So Michael, I mean, you got the point on the weekend. I feel like last season the team might have conceded in the final 30, but you showed plenty of grit there.
Yeah, I think we played quite well, and actually when you actually watch the game afterwards, or we watched it another 2 or 3 times, we're pleasantly surprised that I think we did very well against the champions in terms of stifling their ability to create chances and score goals. And even in possession, I think they went backwards and sideways a lot, not able to penetrate through the middle to find their attacking players as often as they do. And I think in the first half I didn't realise we had as much possession as we had. I thought it was a less, but I thought we were a little bit sharper at how quickly we went forward compared to them. So there were a lot of positive signs that came out of that game that we can move forwards with. And like I said after the game, look, it's important while we're building and we're improving that we're getting points, and at the same time I think that we're keeping clean sheets is really vital. I think good teams keep clean sheets and they're able to score goals, and that's the next part of improving that little football part, another 25–30%, and becoming a little bit more clinical in taking our chances in those very good opportunities that we've created.
Yeah, that was it. Like, probably just lacking a little bit in that final pass. The defence was awesome, but just that final pass. Do you think that'll come just more as the team gels?
Yeah, of course. And what we forget is that we've only just started the season, and I know we've been 3–4 months together, and those friendly games, I know we're near the intensity of an A-League game, that's for sure. So even finding that rhythm of the intensity that the A-League brings along, and the competitiveness of the games, and also the stress of the game, because players want to win, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think we're very close to playing that, well, near perfect game, the game that we want to play, the games that we saw us play during the pre-season where we were very dominant, I thought, with the ball and without the ball, because that's very important as well. But from a defensive perspective, yeah, I'm quite happy at how hard every player is working. And a lot of people talk about fight, and I just want to mention that, you know, it depends how you want to define fight. I define fight as working really hard. I define fight as, you know, last-ditch efforts to block shots, to make winning tackles, to make blocks that are going to protect you from conceding a goal. So that's what I mean by fight. And we've got that grit, you call the grit, in terms of never giving up and making sure that, you know, we keep the zero. So after coming from Wellington, where I was really disappointed, and all of the team were very disappointed with the result at Wellington, because I think we should have taken away 3 points. Conceding 2 late goals, yeah, it's really, really good that they've come away against the champions and kept a clean sheet.
𝗁𝗲𝗄𝗃, pretty big attacking part of the team. Did you get him back this week?
Yeah, he's nearly back. He's very close to coming back. He's trained very well, and he's trained fully today, so it'd be nice to get him back as well. I think he's a very good player. Technically, he gives us a lot, and he helps us in that forward play quite a bit in terms of his ability to hold up the ball and create opportunities. So it's nice to be getting him back.
𝗁𝗲𝗄𝗃, incredible the other week. Those long shots are deadly. Yeah, how important is it the team just stop him before he gets to that spot?
Look, there's good players throughout the whole A-League that have got the ability to shoot from a distance and create something, and that's why it's so important to defend. Any moments that you have to defend, really defend, because you see in the A-League there's not many clean sheets and there's many goals throughout the weekend. And I mentioned that in my last press conference. We were talking about our clean sheet, and I said, well, we're a game on Friday, you watch the rest of the A-League, is going to have many goals, and that's the way it is. And it's so important to defend well and defend with grit, with fight. And no matter who you come up against, if you give them time and space, there's players in the A-League that can score goals. So that's one part of it, and the other part of it is us playing at home and really now dominating with the ball as well. I think that's really important as well.
Lucas was brilliant. His shot stops on the weekend saved probably some goals. Crazy that he's doing exams this week. You look at him, you see how he plays on the field, you think he's a proper adult. He's still got exams going on.
Yeah, probably. I think school's probably a good thing, and that he's having exams is probably a good thing. I played football and went to school at the same time as well, and played at the highest level. So that's one for a lot of youngsters to take in and to see how important it is to continue on with their education, and you can balance both, and they're actually a great balance. So yeah, he's very mature for his age, and I thought he did quite well, and hopefully he continues till the time comes where he's got to leave.
Why is it so important to take a game out to the sunny coast as well this week?
Yeah, look, I love going out to these areas and playing, and being able to take our game into that region is fantastic. There's great support for our team there. We saw that in pre-season, and we had a great friendly game against Central Coast where the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. I didn't expect it on that day, and we'd really love the sunny coast people to come out and support us again the same way, and for us to put on a really good display and an energetic, a good vibe display where everyone's going to be excited with. But it's great out there. It's a great region, a great spot, and the support was outstanding then, and I'm pretty sure they'll be out to support us.
Technically, because it is a home game, you're going for six games undefeated at home. Pretty important to keep that going, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't looked that far back, but yeah, it's always important to be undefeated at home, and I just like to see more goals like we did in pre-season. So that's the next part of us growing as a team, and like I said, the A-League games are completely different, and a lot of teams are finding their rhythm, because no matter what they do in pre-season, these games are completely different, and you can see now with a lot of injuries, because the intensity has gone up, 25-30%, and yeah, we just got to find that performance we had in pre-season in terms with the ball, because I thought we defended and pressed very well in off-season, in the pre-season. So if we find that balance, we'll be great.